In this video I'm gonna work on this ECM from Ford Fiesta. The problem with this ECU is that the drivers from the ignition coils won't work anymore. Actually, there are two drivers, two MOSFETs, one here and one here, and it's a common problem on these ECUs. One of them fails every time, and two cylinders are not getting the spark. So let's measure in that area to see if there's a problem, or maybe there's a wrong diagnostic. All right, so multimeter in continuity mode, and I'm gonna test from here to here. I want to test for a short circuit, or from here to here, or from here to here. Okay, no problem here. And as you can see, there is some burn flux from under the chip here. So it means that this component got very hot, and maybe there's a short, almost all the time there's a short circuit in this MOSFET. This here now, look at that, we have a short circuit here. So I think this is our problem. I'm gonna find the replacement for this part, and we're gonna change it. Okay, I have here a donor PCB. It's the same one, or I hope it's the same one. Yes, it looks the same. First of all, I'm gonna measure those two MOSFETs to see if we have any short circuit like on this one. I want to grab a driver from here. Okay, this one looks good, and I'm gonna desolder this one, and I'm gonna replace on our ECU. I'm gonna replace it, and I think we should be good. I'm gonna use low melt solder. It's not available right now on my store, but it will be. If you like the tools that I'm using here, you can purchase them to help me and my channel. You can purchase them from my store or in the link in the description. Or if you want to subscribe to my channel or to Patreon page, you can do it. If you want this page to grow, this channel, and to see more interesting stuff. I'm not posting anything yet on Patreon because I don't have much time to do it, but the page was created only to help me improve myself and to support my channel, or to support me entirely. I'm using a small tip. I don't know if I can do it. It looks like it's gonna desolder, but I don't feel like it. Let me help with the hot air station. I think I'm seeing a hole here in this MOSFET. Am I wrong? Yeah, I think I'm wrong. Yeah. It's not moving. Not moving. Let's raise the airflow. The reason I'm using low melt solder is because this board is glued to this big radiator. The case is like an aluminum radiator, a big radiator, and in order to desolder something on the board, you have to reach the melting temperature of the solder. It's very hard to do that when you have a big radiator. Are you moving? No? Maybe it's glued. And it's out. It's out. We're gonna keep this one. We're gonna exchange the board because that's the broken board. Now let's apply low melt solder here. Apply flux, flux, and flux. I'm gonna use just a little bit of low melt solder. That low melt solder is mixed right now with the solder from the factory, which is unleaded solder. It has a very high point of melting. And I'm gonna use hot air again. I can desolder this MOSFET by using hot air, just hot air, but it's gonna take much time, very much time. Look at that, it's already out. Or you can, let's help it again with the iron station. Or you can use something called preheating station, where you can preheat the radiator to 250 Celsius degrees, and then you can use hot air and remove easy a MOSFET like that. But it takes time, and I like that way. It's very easy. Now let's wipe this low melt, because we don't want to use it as soldering. We want to use it just to desolder things. Okay. One more time. And it's clear. Now I want to clean it a bit. Remember where it was? Of course. It was right here. Okay. I want to clean the replacement part. Let me hold it. And down on the bottom, you can see low melt solder, and it's melting very fast. But here is the unleaded. Okay, we are good. It's well placed. I'm gonna use unleaded solder. Like the factory. Look at that, it's not so shiny. That's unleaded. And I should use a bigger tip. I'm gonna use a bigger tip to this. Apply solder. But we need to add solder in between the board and this radiator. I think it's enough. I'm gonna press on it, and it's too much solder. No problem. I'm gonna take out the excess. Okay, and those solder balls that were squeezed from under the MOSFET. I don't want those little balls to come in contact with some ICs or some pens from here, because it may cause a short circuit. Let's clean, and then I'm gonna measure again. It's looking good. Multimeter in continuity mode. Perfect. And perfect. Okay. Everything is still good near the MOSFET. And we have one more problem. I remember the customer told me, look at this pin. We have a big problem with this pin. It's really bent. And it's all stuffed in. I don't know how can I pull it out. I think I'm gonna try, but it's very risky. It may break. Yeah, I think it's gonna break. I don't know. Look, it's smaller. There are many pins bent. Look at this one. Look at that one. I don't know if I can extract a pin from this donor board that I have here. Let me see if I can. Let's say I want to extract this pin or one of those pins. I'm gonna use low melt solder again. And from the other side, as I'm hitting the pin from the bottom, I want to pull it out, but which one it is? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I can record this. Maybe I can straighten it a little bit more. Okay, that's repaired. I'm gonna assemble it and send it to the customer, and then I'm gonna work on something else.